Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. This is Mr. Shakespeare here again with you on the 16th of March, 2023. I am with remote viewer and psychic medium, Liz Cross. How are we doing today, Liz?
Excellent. And even more excited because you just put King Charles III picture up and I was like, oh, we're doing this today? And you said, yes, I have questions. And you know, people love to probe the royal family, including myself. What would you like to know?
Okay. Have you got connection with him, please?
He's very busy today.
Is he? Good. Okay. Right.
We're getting our money's worth.
Right. I need you to put him out at the end of May, please.
After the coronation, you sly Mr. Shakespeare. Okay. May the 31st, 2020. He's knackered, by the way. First thing I've tuned in, he's like, oh, I'm knackered. 2023, 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. What would you like to know? He's tired.
Okay. How did the coronation go?
Exceptionally well.
Okay, good.
It was small.
Right. Okay. Sorry, what day are you out at? The end of March,
The end of May.
End of May, right. Okay. Okay, the coronation went well. Has he dissolved Parliament?
Have you dissolved Parliament? Yes.
Really?
Doesn't he have to form a government in his name?
I don't think so, does he? I don't know. Why did he dissolve Parliament?
Because it has to be something in his name. Because it's official. So right. It's not so much a complete dissolution, it's just a procedure.
Right.
And there's something to do with, you know, now he is the king officially because of the coronation, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
You thought he was going to get rid of Parliament and become an absolute ruler?
No, I didn't think that, but I just wanted to know, was the Parliament going to be dissolved? What was the reason behind it? And if so, afterwards, is it all back to sort of normal?
Yeah, it's running smoothly.
Right. Does he think that the United Kingdom should be part of the European Union?
Ooh, now you know he's not supposed to have an opinion, but these mind probes are his own personal thoughts, feelings, and opinions. So let's dive in. Do you think that the UK should be part of the European Union? No. That surprised you, didn't it?
It did. Because there's a lot.
What do you think to that?
Well, I'm happy. I'm good. That's a great answer. Has he been approached in any way to change that position, or you know, to be how can I put this?
Convinced.
Yes.
Persuaded. Have you been approached to you know, be persuaded? Has anyone tried to persuade you that we should join the union? Lots of times. This is something he listens to all the time. You should be within the union. It's more beneficial. There's more financial incentives. But you know what? He's actually saying no. That is a really surprising answer. I bet that threw all your questions.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
That's why to be an interview, you have to think on your feet, because
that's right.
You don't know what you're going to get. And these probes, they'll sling an answer at you, and that just throws everything you've got prepped out of the way, in the trash or the rubbish. Okay, what's next?
Is his prime minister? Does he believe his prime minister would like the United Kingdom to be part of the EU again?
Yes, he's very pro-European.
Right.
Do you like Rishi? He does not like Rishi. Why don't you like him? Ooh, believes he's a bit of a con man. A little
Wow.
sleazy.
Well, yeah, sleazy. Yeah, I'll go with that. Yeah, people think he's sleazy. Yes. Yeah.
Well, what do sleazy people do? They con people.
Right.
He believes he's a con job.
Top man, Charles.
Hey, you're changing your opinion of King Charles already.
Well, of course I am. That's what these mind probes are good for. I mean,
yeah.
Don't
He's
forget,
not
he
just
is
a squatter.
he is being painted as the guy that is part of, you know, trying to get back into the European Union, and now he's saying, yeah.
Let's ask this question because I have to know. What do you think about Harry's book?
Oh God.
Disaster. Why do you think it just paints us in a bad light? Did you read the book? Yes, he has read the book. And have you discussed? He's discussed this book several times with his PR team, his people, his his surrounding closest confidants. And what do you and Camilla think of the book? It's terrible. How has this changed your view of Harry? Totally. Do you still love Harry like you used to? No. So that whole thing of unconditional love for your child, blah, this,
well,
that.
yeah, but he's turned against the family, hasn't he? What does he think of Meghan Markle?
What do you think of Meghan Markle? She's set out to destroy us.
Correct. Yeah. Well,
okay.
He's got that one. He's got that right, hasn't he?
What do you think about? Have you spoken to Harry? No, he doesn't speak to Harry. Do you ever send messages to him? No, he doesn't. So have you spoken to Harry since the book has been released? No, he doesn't want to speak to him. So it's almost like the PR team speaks to the PR team, right? So you have his PR, they'll speak to Harry's PR. There's no direct communication going on. What do you think about your grandchildren? And he goes, I think they're lovely, but do you think they're going to be turned against you as well? He said, yeah, I do believe they're going to be turned against me. And they're growing up to be American. The whole totally different way of life. They've lost their privileges. What about throwing Harry out of Frogmore? It had to be done. Was that your decision? No, that was not his decision. Whose decision was that? It's the palace's decision. So again, this is a decision that has been made by all the advisors. And, he has quite a few advisors. They want him to come down really hard on Harry, but he doesn't believe it's wise to do so from a media standpoint. He believes he just lets sleeping dogs lie as far as he's concerned. He doesn't want a media war. Have you invited Harry and Meghan to come and join you or to visit with you? Yes. So they have been invited. So they're invited to the coronation. Yes, they are invited to the coronation. Will you speak to them while they're there? No. At this point in time, no. So now we've got him at the end of May. Did you speak to Meghan and Harry at the coronation? No, he did not. No. This is a disaster for the family.
Okay.
There you go. I asked and answered all my own questions.
You did, yeah, and you completely hijacked my thread questions.
Sorry. Well, that gave you time to recoup and formulate some more. Okay, what else would you like to know?
Okay. Recently, Ursula von der Leyen, the unelected head of the EU, came over to see him. What did they talk about?
Rejoining the union.
She was there to persuade him to do that.
Yes, that was on her agenda.
And how was that left? So did he tell her where to get off? I mean, what?
How was that left? He told her not at this time.
And what was her reaction to that?
What was her reaction to your response? She wasn't happy. She was, pretty upset about it. But his actual wording that he just told me was, I can't go against the British people.
No, and the British people do not want to go back into the European Union. Well, and he knows that. Well, some do, but the majority don't. And it's more beneficial that we steer well clear of that operation.
Yeah, but now you have to stand. Now I have to stand in the passport queues. I must admit, it was nice just to be able to flash your passport and walk through France, Italy, Spain, Germany, wherever you wanted to go. Yeah. Now we're back to queuing up again.
Well, actually, in theory, yes, but in practice, no. I just spoke to somebody the other day, and they've been in Portugal and Spain, and all that, and nobody asked them anything. So, it's a bit laissez-faire over there. They're not really that bothered,
Okay.
So, I mean, I'm sure there are some over-officious officials that want to do things like that. But you say that, going into the US isn't exactly a bunch of fun, is it? I mean,
No. My husband got pulled to one side once and was accused of, I don't know, you've done something, you've done this, you've done that. And my husband looked very similar to somebody that was wanted. Some drug,
okay.
Yeah, some drug, but we were held in immigration. And I was like, look, man, we got a 2-year-old, I live in the, backwoods and whatever, just, give it a rest. We're not peddling drugs, and, and my baby's hungry and I've got to feed him. So we're leaving. So, yeah, but yeah, no, it's no cakewalk.
No, not at all. Okay. A couple of more questions for him. Does he believe that there will be a change of government in the UK anytime in the next 6 months?
No.
Okay. Does he think that the current mood of the nation is positive or negative at the end of May?
Oh, at the end of May, do you believe the current mood of the nation is positive or negative? Very positive, but that's probably a lot to do with the coronation.
Right. Okay. Let's put him out till the end of the year, 28th of December, please.
Whoa. December 28th, 2023, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What would you like to know?
Did he have a good Christmas?
Did you have a good Christmas? Splendid. What is so interesting that's coming through with them being royals and, access to whatever, their Christmases are very kind of small. The gifts are not expensive. They're very unique, very thoughtful, but they don't flash. They don't spend a lot of money on one another.
They don't need to, do they?
Well, that's true.
Not really. Okay, what was his, looking back over 2023, what was, how would he sum it up?
How would you sum up 2023?
As far as the UK is concerned.
As far as the UK is concerned, how would you sum up 2023? I mean, overall, it was okay. It wasn't one of the better years, even though he's king. It really doesn't make much difference to him that he's king, It's not something that he walks around going, I am king. I just, again, it's that feeling of, I have a job to do. I'm going to do it. But if I can be doing something else, I will. Right?
Right.
It's not he doesn't have a big ego about it. He doesn't have a, that, I don't know, that sense of power. Actually, that sense of power has reverted to powerless. He feels very powerless. He feels very guarded. He feels very watched. Before he had a lot more freedom. Now he's in service.
Well, of course, but that's the same with anybody. You know, when you're number 2 or number 3 or number 4 in any pyramidical organization, then that's how it is. When you're number 1, everybody looks at you. You know, that's why everybody looks at Jamie Dimon at JPM Chase, you know, Biden at the American president. I mean, it's the same thing. He's the head, you know, he's the king. So he's the monarch. Now he's not Prince Charles anymore. He's King Charles. So, you know, with the passing of his mother, that he's, you know, numero uno, isn't he? Okay, I've got to ask some more Brexit questions. Has there been any more developments with Brexit? Sorry, with getting back into the EU? Has there been EU? Has there been any more push or anything like that?
Has there been any more developments of getting back into the EU? He believes that, you know, it's a slow unraveling and that we are being sort of pushed in that direction. Yes.
Would that be by the Rishi, by Rishi Sunak and his government?
Rishi? Yes, he does not trust him at all.
No,
and I feel like Rishi has had a terrible year.
Oh dear. Okay. All right. That's all I needed to know. That's good.
What? That's it? Did you?
Yeah, that's it. No.
Book?
I mean, you may well have 100,000 more questions, but I don't. I can sign off now. You can carry on your own.
Yeah, I could sit here for another 2 hours. Like, did you not read Harry's book?
Who? Me?
Yeah, you.
Are you for real? Of course I didn't. I wouldn't waste money on that.
What?
I don't care what they do. This is no interest to me.
Look, it's a good book. I haven't finished it.
Really?
I know there's a lot of, yes, I know there's a lot of factual, historical inaccuracies. There's historical, that's the one thing. I think he had an American write the book, or American team help him with the book, and he should have known better. Of course, every British historian is going to fact check and triple check everything he says. So there's a lot of inaccuracies in there about Queen Victoria, about Eton, who founded Eton, about where he was on certain days after his mom died, before his, you know what I mean? Like, they're like, no, he wasn't there because we pulled the newspaper clipping and he was there and that wasn't that day. So, of course, you know, they just basically ripped him to shreds. But there are a lot of things in the book that I actually quite like.
Okay.
Like when he was in the military and he was running.
Oh, when he said he was going to shoot 25 Afghanis or something. When was that?
Well, he did. They did try. They did shoot at them.
Right. Okay.
And again, that's something that shouldn't be in the book. But he was on the radio, and suddenly, and in fact, this is the part I'm at, and I need to pick up and finish the rest. But where, you know, he's getting all this red fox. So they're trying to target red fox, and everybody's talking on the radio about red fox. And then it dawned on him, well, actually, they're talking about me, and my life is now in danger because the enemy have figured out that, you know, Harry is in Afghanistan or wherever it was. I don't quote me on the details, but it's okay. You know, I'm not agreeing with how he's portraying the royal family, but there's a lot of things in there that I find very interesting.
Good.
Like his descriptions of Balmoral and the palace and Africa and stuff. It's all right. I should actually go through the book again and make a load of questions. But that's what we're going to do.
I'm going to be busy on that. Liz, just to let you know, just to give you some forward warning, I'll be busy on that day.
whichever day I choose. You will
There
be
you go.
busy. That is so funny. Oh my God. You know, people are not going to like that. All right. So we'll end this one
Yeah,
here.
but they're getting used to my dry wit and sarcastic humor, which is,
Yeah.
very.
They are. Somebody called you grumpy though on the YouTube.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
They don't
Yeah.
understand. They don't
Maybe I was
understand.
maybe I was a bit grumpy that day. I don't know.
Probably.
I don't remember. I don't remember.
You hadn't had your cup of tea yet. All right. Well, look, we'll stop this one here. We have too much fun. This is just fun for me. All right. Thank you.